Hello, this is Pastor Justin. I have so many things in my heart that I'd like to share with you. I get a lot of questions and people ask me things in the church or people I run across to in just daily life, and they have a desire on their inside of their hearts of like, what am I called to do? What is my purpose? Well, at the beginning of the year, I started dealing with a series of topics concerning returning to a fresh perspective. I believe all of us as believers always need to come back to a fresh perspective about not only the way we see God, not only the way we see ourselves, but also we need to have a fresh perspective about how we see our future, how we see our purpose. Well, the Word of God has so many different things to share with us concerning what we're called to do and what our purpose is. So today, just for the next couple minutes, I want to talk to you about the fresh perspective, getting a fresh attitude and a fresh way of seeing what are you called to do and what is your purpose. You see, all of us have different callings and different purposes. You could be in real estate. You may be a doctor. You could work in the bank industry. You may be a missionary or a pastor. But no matter what it is, you could have, no matter what it is, you have a different calling. But I tell you, as believers, we have the same mandate. And that mandate is we're to influence the world. It doesn't matter your occupation. It doesn't matter your place in the church. We're all called to influence. We're all called to influence our world. Jesus tells us in Matthew chapter 5, verse 13, he tells us you are the salt of the earth. And then he tells us you are the light of the world. What is he saying? He's saying, look, you have something in you that can bring health and improvement to someone else's life. He says you are the light of the world. What is he saying? You have the answer to darkness. He says you have light in you. You have something that can influence the world around you. Talking about influence, what is influence? Well, to me, influence is the power, the ability, or the authority to affect, alter, or change something. So when Jesus says you are the salt of the earth and you are the light of the world, he's saying, hey, you have something in you that can change, alter, and affect the world around you. I have with me here a tea bag, and this tea bag represents something that is full of something. It represents something that has the ability to change something. See, this tea bag has the ability to influence its environment. When it's put into the right environment, it has the ability to influence it, meaning it has something in it. When you put it into the right environment, it can change it, it can alter it, and it can affect it. It can affect its world around it. And so as we put this in water, we can see how the tea bag influences its environment. And so when Jesus says you are salt and you are light, he's saying, look, you have the ability to influence the world around you. Look, that's what we're called to do as believers. That's what we're called to do as Christians. Yeah, I know you might be a doctor. Yes, you could be a banker or work in real estate. But it doesn't matter what your occupation is. You're called to influence. You're called to change your world. That's why we're here. That's why Jesus said you are salt and you're light. You're not ordinary. You're extraordinary, and you have the ability to affect the world around you. As thinking about influencing and reminding about changing our environment or changing the world around us, I think of this guy I've heard about. His name's John Getty. In 1848, he was sent to some islands, and when he went there, it said there were no Christians. It said, but when he left, there were no heathen. And that's what they wrote in his gravestone. He said he arrived here, and there were no Christians, and he left here, and there were no heathen. No, that's what we're called to do. We're called to influence our world. So let me tell you today, go influence your world. Change, affect, and alter the world around you. We love you, and God bless, and have a great day.